All right, welcome. This is The Debate on another episode of the Premier League Preview Show. So today, we are at Old Trafford and we're asking a very, very simple question. Is Bruno Fernandes the missing piece in the Man United puzzle? Is Bruno Fernandes the missing piece in the Man United puzzle? To put things into context, there you have the gentleman's numbers. So far, he's played 33 games for Sporting Lisbon, 14 goals, 10 assists, a 77% pass completion rate, 3.1 key passes per game, 3.7 shots per game. That's a very wild shooter of the ball. And he's bringing all these numbers to Manchester United. So we're asking, is he the missing piece in the Man United puzzle? I mean, let me start off with you. You get guest privilege. You get the first bite. So United have their man now after chasing him for 18 months. Yep.
With Bruno Fernandes tweeting, shouting Bruno here and there. Finally,
they have the Bruno, yeah. Caused the stir like 3 weeks ago. All right, is he the missing piece? Is he what United have been missing all this while? Is he the person to complete the picture?
I don't think so. He's not. He's not, because I don't see a clear plan. I don't see a system that you say, okay, maybe this guy is missing. Once I put him here, then it's complete. I think that football has gotten to the stage whereby we are almost every single day deceived by stats. This guy scores this amount of goals. He gives the amount of passes. But what we always fail to actually hit on is the kind of system a player might be in Team A before he moves to Team B. That is always the most important thing. And that's why you have players sometimes get into different leagues and then their confidence level just drops. Because
it's not because they are bad players.
It's not because they are bad. It's because a particular system has not been... It's not in place at their new team. And obviously, when that happens, you cannot really function. I understand the whole thing. Great players are, able to
but I was just about to ask you, I mean, if you're good, you should be able to adapt. It's the same football you're playing.
Well, I tell you what, if you take a look at the number of goals even the great Cristiano Ronaldo scored in Serie A last season compared to what he was scoring in La Liga, there was clear difference. And it's not because Ronaldo is not good. He's a very good player. But again, it's the system, it's the league, the competition. I mean, I always say, EPL is the strongest league to play in. Look at Adama Traore, for example. If you're a defender, who's been defending in La Liga for over, 2 or 3 seasons, you come up against Adama Traore in EPL, you're not going to have a good day because this guy is so strong off the ball. He's very fast, and you cannot even... All these factors are very important when you're talking about the quality of display by a player.
Okay.
I am saying that the Manchester United squad or team, as at now, with Ole Gunnar at the wheels, does not have a clear-cut plan. There's no strategy. There's no, there's no even puzzle for you to tell me that there's a missing piece. That's the point. So once we have that one established, then we can say that, well, once we put in Bruno, he's going to be, the both that we've been looking for.
But some people argue and say, and for our viewers, these are some clips of Bruno Fernandes when he played for Sporting Lisbon. He captained the team and all of that. I mean, people argue... people argue and say that, look, United do have a system. They like to play on the break. The challenge they've had is that against teams that have sat deep, they've not been able to break them open because there's no creativity. And so that is the guy with all the creativity. So that should work.
Well, let me tell you why this guy will walk straight into the Manchester United team. He's walking straight into the team because Manchester United do not have very good midfielders. And that's why he's walking straight into the team.
Okay.
It's not because he's so exceptional. That's why he's walking into the team. He's walking into the team because this team is made up of the Pereiras, the Just Lingard, and all these guys are not good enough. They are not good materials for a club like Manchester United.
So meaning that if United had players of supreme quality, they wouldn't be fussing
They wouldn't be chasing.
They wouldn't be chasing.
Real Madrid wouldn't... I mean, Real Madrid has all these players. Yes, we heard that there were rumors out that they were looking after this guy, but it did not really get that much. I mean, Manchester City would have gone for him, Liverpool would have gone for him, all the big clubs would have been chasing him. Yeah. And that is because Manchester United only stepped up because they don't have right materials in their team. They don't have quality players. All the big teams, and I'm just limiting it to the big teams, the teams that will be fighting for the European crowns and other things, none of them were that much more interested.
That tells us a lot.
Exactly. And that alone gives you an idea that the Manchester United team needs an overhaul. Okay. You have the likes of Matic, very slow. You are saying that the system in place with Ole is that they want to play on a counter.
Yeah.
But how do you play on counter with someone like Matic? These are very slow guys. Just Lingard doesn't even know what he does with the ball. A ball comes to him, And it's as if this guy has forgotten the ability to play football. Midweek, we overheard Ole shouting, you do that 1F times and you are off the pitch. Yeah. And that tells you the problems at Manchester United. And so this guy is walking into the team not because he's that special. This world, but it's because the materials at stake are not good enough.
Okay, fine. Initial answer, is he the missing piece?
He's part of the missing piece.
He's part of the missing piece.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think they need much more than him.
But
I think he is a good signing.
Okay.
So that's the point I'm trying to make, because he's not going to do a Virgil van Dijk on this Man United team. That anybody would be delusional to think that all of a sudden Fernandes would just walk in and change things. That's not going to happen, because the United team are missing more than just one piece. That's why I said he's part of the pieces that will make up the Man United puzzle. But he's an important piece, and I'll tell you why. And I don't agree with Ahmed that United only got him because other teams were not interested. Other teams were interested. The point is, when they look at their various squads, he's a number 10. Do they have other number 10s? Yeah, so why sign another number 10 if you have one already?
No, so clearly he's not that good then.
Or the number 10s that the other teams have are really good. Oh, that's the point. You can have more than one good player in the same position. So every team has to have one. Okay? So, and there were a lot of all of these big teams that were interested in Bruno Fernandes. Man United did get him. And I don't agree that Fernandes is an average player. If you look at the league rankings outside the top 5 leagues in Europe, the Portuguese league is rated the best league outside the top 5.
Okay.
So he is playing in a league that is highly competitive. So those numbers that you see are not just numbers, are not just impressive because he plays in what some people would term as a farmers league. It doesn't. He plays in a very competitive league,
that is ranked part of the
very highly. And you look at the United team and what it requires right now. If you look at all the players that have played in the Man United team under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, in that role, Bruno Fernandes is twice any of those players. And I'll mention them. You're getting Bruno Fernandes in place of Jesse Lingard. Praise, say hallelujah. You're getting Bruno Fernandes in place of Juan Mata. That's another hallelujah. You're getting Bruno Fernandes in place of Andres Pereira. On any day, you put him against any of these players, and he's a much, much better player. So on any day, he's an improvement on this United team. No doubt about it.
But he's not the most elite player in that division. Clearly.
He is the most elite player.
He walks into the team because these guys are not good enough.
So United are looking to improve their squad, which is good.
He's walking in, like you said, these three guys, he's an improvement on these three guys.
So United have signed a better player.
And you think that
it's a collection of better players that will make the United team better. So I'm telling you that he's an important piece to the United puzzle.
Looking at that context.
Yes.
Okay.
You look at what they have now. All the numbers, the impressive numbers that he has, Bruno Fernandes, that's much better than any United midfielder.
Okay.
But he's playing the league ranked
outside the
I mean, that's exactly my point.
But so are you telling me that if you put Andres Pereira at Sporting, he would have these numbers?
Again,
that's the point.
Probably not.
Exactly.
But again, it goes back to the point that you are walking into the team because the players that Ole has at his disposal are not up to the quality of
so for you, Ahmad,
so that's the question.
It's a case of the one-eyed man in the land of the blind. Okay.
Basically.
So that's the point. So if you're why would anybody sign another blind man to come into a team full of blind people?
Okay.
It makes no sense. So I'm saying that Bruno coming in is great for the United team because he's an improvement on any of the other players there.
Okay, so
it's really that simple. And I think that he is a player that will thrive in this United team because I feel like Bruno Fernandes at Sporting Lisbon has always played with very fast wingers because he's a player that likes to exploit space in behind the shoot. You look at the United wingers. If you have Martial, you have James.
Just hold your thought. If possible, maybe we can put up. We can see Bruno Fernandes' first day as a Man United player, just to see what he was up to. So Fred, maybe you can continue whilst our viewers enjoy.
You
So,
know,
so this is from the Man United channel, and they are showing us what Bruno Fernandes was up to on his very first day at the club and all of that.
From midfield last season, Bruno Fernandes scored 20 goals, the second highest in the whole league. We're not talking a striker here. If you sign a striker who is the second top scorer from the Portuguese league, you would have been signing a really good player. You're signing a midfielder with the second highest number of goals and the second highest number of assists, 20 goals and 15 assists. Those numbers are mind-blowing. And Bruno Fernandes would go straight into that Man City team if they didn't have Kevin De Bruyne.
Okay, so
And De Bruyne is the best number 10 in the whole world.
Again, you're talking about the fact that he would have walked into a team without a player.
That's what I'm saying.
And that just makes my point valid in the sense that if Manchester City had players on the same pedestal as Pereira or...
they would look for an upgrade.
Exactly. So
Well,
I'm telling you
I have a
that
question.
he's only walking into the team. Again,
Okay,
I'm saying he's walking into the
okay,
team.
no.
Hold on.
Ahmed, what you're saying
Let me ask you this. So clearly, I understand your point. So are you saying that United should have gone for the top of the range, or they shouldn't have signed Fernandes at all?
No, they have every single right to sign him. I'm telling you that. You ask the question is he the missing?
And you say no, he's
No,
not. Completely.
because like I said, there's no puzzle for you to even have a missing piece.
So he
just
So you're saying that this was a useless venture?
It is not a useless venture. It is not a useless venture because he is an improvement on the players at Ole's disposal. But my point is that there is no system, there's no puzzle for you to even tell me that there's a missing piece.
So you're saying that United, United have bought a good player, admittedly.
Yes.
But now they will struggle to figure out what to do to use him.
If this guy was given to, let's say, Klopp or Pep Guardiola or some of the
Brendan
top,
Rodgers.
Exactly. Those managers, because they have a system in place, will know where to put this guy.
And I'm saying, no.
Final thoughts, you've got
listen, I think sometimes systems are developed to suit certain players.
Okay.
If you have Jesse Lingard or Andres Pereira, who can't create to save their lives, you probably are only forced to depend on only a system that allows them to run. Which is what Ole has done to try to get the best out of him.
Okay.
If Ole has Fernandes, a very creative midfielder, surrounded, sandwiched by good runners like Daniel James or Anthony Martial, he's a player that can thrive in a system like that. Right. So sometimes you sign players to carve out a system. You don't have a system.
Or something you need players to change the system.
Thank you.
So
it's what Pep Guardiola did. Because you look at the kind of football Pep played in his first season at Man City with the material that he had. It's completely different from the sort of football he played the following season when he brought in new players. So sometimes the quality of the players will dictate what sort of system you play. So that's what I'm saying. He's signing a better... That's the first step to having a good system, signing better players. And United have done that in Fernandes, a good upgrade on any of the players they have in that position.
Okay, all right. Viewers, what do you think? I don't know. You sending your thoughts. I've got messages coming. I'll read them. All right, so Man United's new man, Bruno Fernandes, there, ending the debate on the Premier League preview. So we'll take another break. When we come back, pens and papers should be out. Papers should be put down. Wherever you are, find some writing material because it will be a period of learning on the FPL zone. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.